Hi, and welcome to this 10-minute arm workout. So if you have maybe one or two different size weights, or if you want to do it completely without weights, that's fine as well. So we're just going to start by letting the arms drop down beside us. If you want to sit in a chair or sit on the floor or stand, whatever way this is comfortable for you. And we pull our shoulders up and slide our shoulders down. Now, if you have a lot of shoulder stuff going on, you may want to do a longer warm-up than what we'll do today. But if you're feeling fine and you want to just get a little bit of work done for the shoulders, then this should be fine. So we'll turn the palms out and just shrug again. So as far as you can turn your palms out and just shrug up and down the shoulders once more and come back to center. We'll reach the arms out straight and then we're going to swivel both thumbs upwards and downwards and just get into that rotation of the shoulder joint. You might hear some cracking or some crunching. If it's not painful, it's fine. You can just work through it. And if you find there's pain, obviously you might want to back off a little bit or decide to modify the exercise depending. So just not twisting your hand as far, for instance. And then we're going to try and do one thumb turning one way and the other thumb turning the other way. So that should give you like you're wringing out your shoulder blades. So twisting one hand, thumb down, one up. And we'll do that for about 2 more twists. And yeah, even the arms should be getting tired just holding them up here. We'll bring the arms back down again. Reach one arm up. Reach as far up to the ceiling as we can. And then you can hold onto your chair, whatever, and lean sideways. Take a big breath in here. Let the shoulder drop down. And come back. And we'll do one to the other side. Reaching up. Big breath in. Exhale as we lean over. Big breath in here. And back to the start. So if you want to start with a smaller or bigger weight, that's entirely up to you. I'm going to start with slightly bigger ones for biceps because we're not bringing the arms up overhead. And then if you're bringing them up or out to the sides, you may want smaller ones. So when you're using a weight, whatever you're using, a can of beans, you want to make sure you're not obviously hitting your own shoulder with it. So when you're coming up, you want to just twist the weight so that you're coming up parallel to your shoulders and not with the hard edge, because it's easy enough when we're not looking at it maybe. That will end up hitting our shoulder. So that's what we're going to do is bicep curls. Breathing out each time we curl up. Now, a couple of things we want to watch for is that we're not in the neck here. So we're not scrunching up the neck to do this. We're not in the wrist. We're not bending or twisting the wrist here, especially the heavier the weight is, that's more important. And we're not letting the elbows kick forward. So the elbows are tucked in. So we breathe out, pull the weight up, breathe in, lower the weight down. See if you can just get into a nice pattern. Obviously, your spine is straight. You're sitting up tall on your sit bones. Do one more. Breathing out to bring those in and release them back down again. And then you can set them down each time, or you can obviously hold on to them if you want. For the second one, because we're going to go overhead, we might choose a lighter weight. You can choose a heavier weight, see how you go. So you're going to bring the same weight to the shoulder. So same thing here. Make sure you're not hitting the shoulder. And then from the shoulder, we're just going to reach them up and back down to shoulders. Exhale to up, inhale back to shoulders. And again, you don't want to be in the neck here. So it might help to have a mirror to look into. Exhale, and you don't want to be pushing your chest forward. So keeping the spine neutral, keeping the neck nice and straight. So it helps if you look straight ahead. Exhale as we reach up. Inhale in. Exhale up. Inhale in. Last 2. And obviously you can do as many repetitions as you like. So you could do more or you could do less. And again, if you want to pop the weights down each time in between, stretch out your fingers, especially if you are cramping. So the other thing we don't want to do is grip overly on the weight. So we'll pick up the smaller set again, unless you want to pick up the heavier set. We're going to turn the weights in the hands out. And we're going to do a sideways bicep curl. So still a bicep curl, but it's going to go out to the side. I'm going to exhale and pull in. So again, you could do this with the heavier set, with the lighter set, whatever works for you. You can switch it up because we might do a second round. So you could just repeat this and do a second or third round of this. Exhale as we curl in. Now this one is as much about controlling the shoulder blades. You don't want your shoulders to scrunch forward. Run forward even if they do that. Exhale. And we're in for 2 more. Last one. And then we'll go straight into the next one. So from shoulders, we're going to go out to the sides and up. So kind of like you're drawing a bit of a circle here, out to the sides and up. And again, it's as much about the back muscles. You should be feeling your back muscles working here as it is about the arms. So when you're coming up, you're feeling your shoulder blades moving out to the sides. So you're kind of as if you're pulling your shoulder blades out with the direction of your hands. And then they kind of wing out as your hands kind of meet at the top here. So you can meet the hands at the top if you want, or however close you can bring them. Exhale as we go up. Inhale as we go down. Exhale up. Inhale down. One more time. Exhale up. Inhale all the way down. And again, rest the weights down. You can also rest them on your legs if that's comfortable. So the lighter the weight is, the better that is. Don't do that maybe with a heavy weight. And just give the shoulders a little shrug up. Okay, so we were starting to hold tension in the neck, release it back down. So it's very easy sometimes to come up into the neck and not be in the shoulder blades. So we want to avoid that. So back to the weights again, and we'll bring them up and then drop the weights overhead. Now you might want to start this without weight. And again, just be careful that you're not hitting the weights into your own back. So again, you're going to have them facing parallel to your body, and maybe don't come so far down that you're going to hit your back with them or your head. So if your elbows are further forward, you're going to have the wider so that you don't hit your head, obviously. Exhale, and if your elbows can come closer to your body and your elbows are higher up, you might be able to get the weights behind you. There is also a little bit of a stretch in here, so if you leave the weights behind for a moment, there should be a stretch. Now I'm going to exhale, pull the stomach muscles in, pull the weights up. Inhale nice and steady down. Exhale, pull the stomach muscles in, weights up. 2 more. Exhale, pull the stomach muscles in. So you're not starting to arch into your back, especially your lower back. Last one here. Exhale up, and then bring the weights back down. You might want to rest them on the floor this time. And again, we're going to stretch out the fingers and just roll the shoulders in and out. See if you can release some of those shoulder muscles, if at all possible. We'll pick them back up again. So again, feel free to choose a different weight if you want. We are going to go up with them. So pop them on top of your knees. If you want to rest one, you can do one at a time. So I'm going to start you off with one. You're just going to reach the weight out forward and back down, up and back down. Now, if that feels too easy, either add more weight or you can double up and do both, right? So one at a time or both. Or like I'm doing here, a combination, one each side and then double up. And again, you don't want to feel yourself hunching into your neck. If you do, either your weight is too heavy or you're finding it difficult to control these shoulder blade muscles. So as you lift the weights up, pull the shoulders down, kind of like a seesaw. So as your hands go up, your shoulder blades go down. 2 more, either one each side or both at the same time. Exhale, pull the shoulder blades down, lift the weights up, and release them back down again. And again, we'll pop the weights out to the side, and every time in between, feel free to just stretch if you're finding so. We shouldn't be gripping. You should be able to hold the weight in such a way that you're not gripping at the weight. And then we'll finish off reaching the arm up, little lean to the side, take a breath in. Exhale to come back. Inhale up. Exhale over. Obviously, you can repeat this 3, 4, 5, however many times you wish. Or you can repeat it just the once, or you can add it into another exercise back in. Stuff, one shrug up for the shoulders, drop them back down. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next class.